Ladies and gentlemen, please, I would invite you to take your seats. حضور الكرام تفضلوا بالجلوس. May I have your attention, please? Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming together for the 4th IFSB Innovation Forum. My name is Nasser Jassim Nasser, an analyst at the Qatar Financial Centre. We are here today to push forward an important dialogue in Islamic finance, with a special view towards innovation and sustainability that would create future-ready solutions. Today's event is organized by Qatar Financial Centre, along with the Islamic Financial Services Board, and under the patronage of the Qatar Central Bank, and with HBKU, our academic partner. I want to take this opportunity to thank all of our organizing and bringing this forum to life. Please help me welcome Dr. Bello Lawal Dembata, Secretary General of the Islamic Financial Services Board, who will now deliver today's opening address.
Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Wassalatu wassalamu ala Sayyidina Muhammadin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa sallim. Your Excellency, Sheikh Bandar bin Mohammed Saud Al Thani, Governor, Qatar Central Bank, Your Excellencies, here, Honorable CEO Yusuf Muhammad Al Jaida for the Qatar Financial Centre, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh, and a very good morning to all of you. It is my privilege and honor to welcome you all to this 4th Innovation Forum. I would like to express my highest appreciation to the Qatar Financial Centre and the Qatar Central Bank for graciously hosting this event. I would also like to take this opportunity to thank all the distinguished delegates attending this important event today. I will also extend our sincere appreciation to our academic partner, the Hamad bin Khalifa University of Qatar. The Innovation Forum is an annual event organized by the IFSB that aims to cultivate innovative thinking and dialogue in the Islamic financial services industry, in order to foster the development of an efficient, competitive, sound, and innovative Islamic financial industry in a rapidly. This forum will focus on innovation in the Islamic financial services industry that creates a rapidly changing environment, including a competitive edge for the Islamic financial institutions. It aims to contribute to furthering the growth of Islamic finance. The forum also aims to facilitate discussion and sharing of insight and experiences by regulators and market players on the potential risks and opportunities arising from these innovations. And it also helps to identify potential regulatory and supervisory considerations in order to manage these innovations. Hence, I hope this forum, as usual, will serve to promote greater cooperation and contribution toward the future development of the Islamic financial services industry. Distinguished Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, according to the latest issue of the IFSB flagship annual publication, that is the IFSB Stability Report 2022, the global Islamic financial services industry assets grew by 11.3% year-on-year, with a total estimated assets of 3.1 trillion financial sector stakeholders, including non-Muslim majority countries. As we observe, the many digital innovations in the Islamic financial services industry that were triggered at the advent of the pandemic have not only helped the Islamic financial institutions to develop and popularize and broaden the scope of their Islamic finance services amidst the pandemic. There has also been increasing attention to the potential of Islamic finance in developing sustainability-linked products and services which are well suited to address sustainable development goals, that is the SDGs and beyond. In recent years, we have witnessed a rise in demand for sustainability-related products and services, particularly in the emerging and most matured Islamic financial services industry. Perhaps environmental, social, and governance, that is ESG factors, are also gaining more interest among the global investors due to the manifestation of the unprecedented climate changes and the subsequent risks posed to financing and investment made by financial. 21 sustainability-related sukuk issuances amounted to 5.3 billion, of which 1.6 billion, or 29%, were green sukuk. The growing interest was reflected by substantial issuances of sustainability and ESG-related sukuk from both sovereign and private sector issuances. We expect that moving forward, this trend is likely to continue, considering a strong commitment by the global leaders and industry players towards sustainability and climate-related initiatives, as well as increasing appetite of investors for ethical and sustainable investment. Additionally, the need for full green and sustainability transition project is expected to spur the increasing issuance of sustainability-related sukuk in the near future. And we believe Islamic fintechs have the potential to contribute significantly to address sustainability and ESG factors through their innovative financing and investment ideas. Examples include the Sadaqah, Zakat, and Waqaf funds raised through crowdfunding platform to be utilized for activities eligible for climate finance, remittances through the Islamic fintech that supports household in acquiring low-cost clean energy, etc., are among the recent development. Distinguished honorable speakers and excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, we now know that, like any innovation in other fields, innovation in sustainability-linked Islamic finance might also present both opportunities and risk to the industry. So a conducive economic or ecosystem is required in order to ensure sustainability, success, growth of these new initiatives. And risks to the industry is well mitigated with a proper regulatory framework. So a conclusive ecosystem, for us to have a conclusive ecosystem, we must ensure the innovation should not compromise the Sharia principles on which the Islamic financial services industry is built on. In this regard, I believe the regulatory and supervisory authorities will play a very important role in guiding and nurturing the innovations as well as supervising any deviation that will be detrimental to the stability and credibility of the global Islamic financial services industry. The IFSB is also currently working on developing and providing guidance to the regulatory and supervisory authorities on sustainability and climate-related regulatory and supervisory issues, as well as related disclosures in order to address the specificities of Islamic finance. That is aimed to complement and contribute to the work of conventional standard-setting bodies on banking supervision and the International Organization of Securities Commissions, ISCO. Against this backdrop, this fourth innovation forum of the IFSB endeavors to bring forth energy among the market players and the regulatory authorities to promote innovative ideas and initiatives in order to facilitate the growth of sustainability-related products and services in the global Islamic financial services industry. The forum is also intended to discuss the factors to be considered by the regulatory and supervisory authorities as well as the market players in facilitating and adopting innovative solutions that address climate change, ESG, SDGs, particularly with assurance that these innovations are in compliance with Sharia. And most importantly, I believe the outcome of this event will add more essence to our endeavors to forge a more resilient and sustainable Islamic financial service industry. To conclude my remarks, while Sharia is comprehensive and the emerging dynamics of our financial system requires continuous innovation, we have an opportunity at this forum today to enter into dialogue with both policymakers and industry players who are leading the way in sustainability-related innovation in the Islamic financial service industry in order for Islamic finance to make the desired impact in our global ecosystem. On that note, I wish you a very productive deliberations and discussions that will allow us to generate new insight that will help us realize the objectives of today's forum. And on behalf of the IFSB Secretariat, the 181 members of the IFSB that comprises of 81 regulatory and supervisory authorities that come from 57 jurisdictions, including 10 international organizations including the IMF, the World Bank, the Islamic Development Bank, the Asian Development Bank, and the United Nations Development Program. I would like to express our sincere appreciations and thanks for our colleagues at the QFC, that is the Qatar Financial Centre, and the Qatar Central Bank, and Hamad bin Khalifa University for being our partners in ensuring the success of today's event. On that note, I would like to once again thank His Excellency for being here with us. He cannot address despite his busy schedule. And I would like to once again express our profound gratitude to the working team of the QFC for making this event a very successful one. Once again, I welcome you and thank you all for participation in the fourth IFSB Innovation Forum. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.
Thank you very much, Dr. Bello. For today's keynote speech, we're honored to have His Excellency Sheikh Bandar bin Mohammed bin Saud Al Thani, Governor of the Qatar Central Bank. Having spent his professional life in Qatar's financial and regulatory sector, it's a true privilege to have His Excellency here with us today.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم أجمعين. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. It is a great pleasure to welcome you all to Qatar for the 4th Islamic Financial Services Board Innovation Forum 2022, which is jointly hosted by Qatar Central Bank and Qatar Financial Centre. I would like to thank the IFSB Secretary General, Dr. Bello, for organizing this innovation forum. I would like also to express my appreciation to the IFSB and my colleagues at Qatar Central Bank and QFC for their efforts in ensuring the success of this innovation forum. Having been a full member of the IFSB and a member of its council, Qatar Central Bank has recognized the importance of the work conducted by the IFSB in the adapting its prudential standards to Islamic finance for a long time. IFSB membership is currently held by all of Qatar's Islamic banks and regulatory and supervisory bodies. Honorable guests, over the last 2 decades, the global financial system has undergone unprecedented development. There is a continuous challenge for financial regulators to deal with a wide range of evolving and emerging issues in the financial system, from unconventional monetary policies following the global financial crisis to unprecedented pandemic scenarios. In recent years, digital and climate change have captured the attention of the real economy, the financial sector, and the private sector. These 2 trends are transforming the role of the central banks in the financial services industry into one where they enable market enablement, digital acceleration, and innovation. As a general principle, these 2 policy areas fall under the Qatar National Vision 2030, which focuses on achieving a secure cashless society with enhanced financial inclusion, as well as cultivating a sustainable green economy. A primary objective of the Qatar Central Bank is to develop a framework that promotes growth and innovation within the financial industry. Ladies and gentlemen, an important aspect of Qatar's financial system is its banking centricity, which contributes significantly and positively to economic growth. With sufficient depth and sophistication, the banking sector continues to play an important role in Qatar's economic growth, as well as in the fulfillment of infrastructure funding requirement for of experience in Islamic banking. Qatar operates a dual banking system, has 4 Islamic banks, and has 28% of its bank assets held by Islamic banks, with Islamic banking assets reaching $154 billion as of June 2022. According to the IFSB report, is categorized as systemically important in 15 jurisdictions, including Qatar, where Islamic banking has reached over 15% market share. With 6.5% of worldwide Islamic banking assets, Qatar is one of the top 5 jurisdictions in the Islamic finance industry. By establishing prudent regulatory and supervisory policies consistent with relevant international standards, Qatar Central Bank ensures a level playing field for both types of banks in Qatar. Honorable guests, it is Qatar Central Bank commitment to play a prominent role in the development of Qatar financial technology ecosystem. With no one-size-fits-all approach to digital transformation, we take a systematic and gradual approach. In Qatar, national banks, having started their digitalization transformation strategies, showing the importance of financial digitalization as the future of the banking industry. Qatar Central Bank has taken multiple initiatives to enable safe, quick, and affordable digital payments by fostering an ecosystem. On the regulatory front, we have published several guidelines, including the EQIC, Security Controls Principles, and the Payment Service Regulation, which regulates and licenses various payment activities in the economy. Consequently, non-bank fintech providers are also permitted to offer payment services under this regulation. As a result of our approach and regulation, Qatar Central Bank has issued the first license in the country for providing digital payment services. Our digitalization journey also includes launching Google Pay last month in Qatar, which enables our consumers to add credit cards to Google Wallet securely. Additionally, Qatar Central Bank has begun a multi-year strategic initiatives to modernize the prudential architecture for digitalization and fintech. Ladies and gentlemen, with the growing importance of environmental sustainability and social responsibility, the need to rebuild the world with sustainable and environmentally friendly investments is becoming more urgent. In light of the unique ecosystem and implications of every jurisdiction, ESG has been discussed as a critical component of the governance process. Qatari banks have already begun the journey toward green banking by issuing green bonds, implementing green loans, and standardizing ESG disclosures. Increasingly, banks are voluntarily integrated ESG risk analysis into their credit assessment and approval process for corporate clients. I believe these are important turning points toward developing a more cohesive and sustainable framework. Honorable guests, lastly, we should work collectively and benefit from the collective wisdom of the regulators in different jurisdictions for supervision challenges. I believe a forum like this is a good platform for all industry stakeholders to collectively address industry challenges on digital transformation and green finance. To make progress, the world needs more than words, resolutions, and recommendations. It needs real actions on the ground. I wish this M22 a success. Thank you all for your attention.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Your Excellency, Mohammed Al Thani, the Governor of the Central Bank, Your Excellency, Dr. Bello, Secretary General of the Islamic Financial Services Board, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I'm privileged to welcome you to the 4th Islamic Financial Services Board Innovation Forum, a gathering of key representatives from the finance industry organizations and institutions, regulators, academics, and national authorities to discuss and share insight and experiences on the potential of developments in sustainable finance and financial technology. To start with, please allow me to congratulate the Islamic Financial Services Board for the success of the IFSB Innovation Forum, which since its launch in 2019 has become one of the most important events in the calendar of the international Islamic finance community. Importantly, I would like to acknowledge the patronage of the Qatar Central Bank, which made the hosting of this year's edition of the forum in Qatar possible. This annual event has been instrumental in facilitating the exchange of views, building stronger alliances and broader interlinkages, and identifying market gaps and opportunities that lead to the development of the Islamic financial services industry globally. I also wish to acknowledge our special guests, Dr. Rajab Santrouk, the Dean of College of Islamic Studies of Hamad bin Khalifa University, our education partner for this event. Also, His Excellency Dr. Khalid Al-Zahar, the Deputy Governor for Control and Technology at the Saudi Central Bank, and His Excellency Suhaimi Ali, the Assistant Governor of Bank of Negara, Malaysia. It's an honor to have you here with us today. Let me also express our gratitude to our distinguished speakers for lending their time and invaluable insights on critical topics of global interest concerning Islamic and sustainable finance. Our sincere thanks. Your interest in being part of this dialogue makes this event truly meaningful. This 4th installment of the IFSB Innovation Forum, themed Innovations for Sustainability and Regulation of Financial Services, compels us to look more deeply into Islamic finance and how we can leverage its ethical and equitable the challenges of achieving the Sustainable Development Goals. I believe it is fitting to bring such a critical conversation to Qatar with one of the most developed Islamic finance industries and a leadership that has made sustainability central to its growth and to its international agenda. Qatar has a long-standing commitment to addressing global environmental challenges and promoting sustainable development. The state was one of the first countries to ratify the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change in 1996 and signed the Kyoto Protocol in 2005. In addition, Qatar is a proud signatory of the Paris Climate Agreement. In 2012, Qatar hosted the United Nations Climate Change Conference, where one of the many points raised was to establish financial and technology support to enable clean energy investments and sustainable growth in development countries. Supporting the global community's effort towards sustainable development and environmental preservation is integral to Qatar's sustainability strategy. This was put forward during the UN Climate Action Summit in 2019, where His Highness the Emir Sheikh Tamim bin Hamad Al Thani announced that Qatar would contribute $100 million for the support of small developing island states and least developed states in their fight against the impact of climate change and natural disasters. Internally, regulatory reforms and national initiatives reflect the state's ambition to mitigate the impact of climate change and promote sustainability. At the core of the Qatar National Vision 2030 lies the will to transform the country into an advanced society capable of achieving sustainable development. In 2021, Qatar launched the National Climate Change Action Plan, a strategic framework developed in coordination with more than 50 entities to address climate change, dealing over 35 mitigation measures and more than 300. One of the ambitious national targets under the climate plan is to cut greenhouse gas emissions by 25% by 2030. While sustainability efforts are government-led, environmental preservation and social developments are shared responsibilities of the public and private sectors. As companies increasingly recognize the importance of improving the world and build their sustainability approach, they are looking to transform to triple bottom line institutions. That is, profit, people, and planet. Likewise, a growing number of investors are opting to fund companies and projects that are as committed to a better world as they are to their financial profit, and are increasingly demanding clear strategies from companies on how they plan to address the material issues in their relevant authorities and industries. Looking globally, we can observe that capital markets are rapidly developing and adopting relevant sustainability standards and green taxonomies. This reality demands adopting the innovative forms of sustainable financing instruments, which are divergent to the Islamic finance principles. In fact, industry experts project that Sharia-compliant ESG investment will grow significantly in the coming years as demand for ethical financing increases and awareness of climate change and social justice broadens. One asset class expected to contribute to the growth of ESG assets are sustainable and green sukuks. The outlook of Islamic finance points towards a strong future growth. It performed exceedingly well in the last decade, exhibiting an increasing number of products and asset classes and a widening geographic presence. Today, the global Islamic finance industry is worth over $2 trillion and is projected to grow to nearly $5 trillion by 2025. That said, it is still confronted with challenges and remains teeming with the opportunity to further its development and maximize its potential, particularly in the sustainability sphere. Leveraging innovation or technological advances can expand financing tools and services. A lot can be done to scale Islamic finance and enhance financial inclusiveness. Embracing innovation, technological advances, and financing instruments alike can provide untapped market access to Islamic finance, while working on policies and regulations remains a main building block to take the industry to the next level of growth. As I have mentioned earlier, this forum will explore topics critical to the growth and development of the Islamic financial industry: Fintech, ESG, and regulatory structures. We will hear from distinguished speakers from various international institutions, financial practitioners, regulatory bodies, and prominent thought leaders in Islamic finance. I trust that this collective wisdom we acquire from today's discussions will move us further in expanding the market for Islamic financial services and take us a step closer to maximizing its benefits. I also hope that you will find participating in this forum a rewarding experience. I wish you all a great success. Thank you all for contributing to this forum and for your kind attention. And assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Mr. Nizam